Indirect talks between Israel and Hamas have resumed in Egypt, and according to multiple sources, including Jazeera Arabic and Al-Qahera news, day one ended on a positive note. Mediators say both sides discussed a possible roadmap to implement US President Donald Trump's 20-point plan to end the war on Gaza. The meeting took place in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt's Red Sea resort city, and is set to continue on Tuesday. According to Al Jazeera Arabic, the Hamas delegation, which includes senior leaders Khalil, al-Hayya, and Zaher Jabarin, told mediators that Israel's ongoing bombardment of Gaza remains a major obstacle to progress, especially when it comes to the release of captives. Both al-Hayya and Jabarin recently survived an Israeli assassination attempt in Doha that killed 5 others. Day one of the talks reportedly covered 3 key issues: the exchange of captives and prisoners, a possible ceasefire, and the entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza. Egypt's state-linked al-Qahera news said negotiators agreed on framework for how discussions would proceed in the coming days. From Washington, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed that President Trump is pushing for an early prisoner exchange, a symbolic first step to build momentum for his broader Gaza peace plan.
What we saw take place on Friday, and I have not commented on that from the podium yet, is truly remarkable. You've seen all sides of this conflict agree that this war needs to end, and agree to the 20-point framework that President Trump proposed. It's an incredible achievement, and the administration is working very hard to move the ball forward as quickly as we can. The president wants to see a ceasefire. He wants to see the hostages released, and the technical teams are discussing that as we speak to ensure that the environment is perfect to release those hostages. They're going over the lists of both the Israeli hostages and also the political prisoners who will be released, and those talks are underway, and the president is very much on the ball and is being apprised of this situation.
Trump himself told reporters at the White House that there's really good chance of making a deal, while also insisting he still has his red lines.
I really think we're going to have a deal. We have a really good chance of making a deal, and it'll be a lasting deal. We want to have peace. This is beyond Gaza. Gaza is a big deal, but this is really peace in the Middle East. And the amazing thing is we have every Arab country, every Muslim country, we have every country surrounding. They all want. I spoke with President Erdogan of Turkey. He's fantastic. He's been pushing very hard. He's a very powerful guy, and he's been pushing very, very hard to get this deal done. And Hamas has a lot of respect for him. They have a lot of respect for Qatar. They have a lot of respect for UAE and Saudi Arabia. We have everybody is on our side to get this deal done. There's never been anything like it. Nobody's ever seen it. There's always been like 80% of them don't want something done. I think virtually we even had a very strong signal, as you know, from Iran. They'd like to see this done.
Reports also suggest that Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law and longtime Middle East advisor, is part of the US delegation attending the talks. Tuesday marks 2 years since Hamas' October 7 attack on Israel, which killed 1,139 people and saw about 200 taken captive. Since then, Israel's assault on Gaza has killed at least 67,160 Palestinians and wounded more than 169,000, according to Gaza's health authorities and international monitors. A United Nations inquiry and several human rights organizations, including Israeli groups, have described the campaign as genocidal. Even as negotiations resumed on Monday, Israeli strikes killed at least 10 Palestinians, including 3 civilians seeking humanitarian aid. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres acknowledged the grim anniversary, calling Hamas' 2023 attack abhorrent, but also urging world leaders to seize the current opportunity for peace. He wrote that Trump's 20-point proposal presents an opportunity that must be seized, adding that only permanent ceasefire and credible political process can end the bloodshed. Whether these negotiations lead to a real ceasefire or collapse under the weight of mistrust remains to be seen. But for Gaza's millions of civilians, any sign of dialogue is a fragile, long-awaited hope.